Let's get fucked up. Woo! And figure out how to have sex, baby. How to have sex with you or me. Try to figure out all the good things and the bad things with drinking and sex on the beach. And sex on the beach. But How to Have Sex was written and directed by Molly Manning Walker. And she's done some short films. Check out her IMDb page for the full list of her work. And this film has gotten quite a bit of attention on the film circuit. It got a limited theatrical release. And now it's currently on a channel called Mubi. That's M-U-B-I. Maybe it's Mubi. I don't actually know how to pronounce it. But yes, you have three friends. You have Tara, you have Sky, you have M. They're on holiday somewhere in the UK. And they're just going to party and drink some more and hang out with people that they barely know and figure out how to have sex. How to have sex with who? Anybody will do in the case of a couple of them. And then we figure out, well, maybe sex isn't all that it's cracked up to be, especially for one of the characters. And I will say, as far as a character study, this is one of the finest films I have seen in a while. The three main actresses and even the supporting characters do a really good job as far as getting you into this story that really is just about watching these particular people navigate through this holiday and drink in excess to the point that's actually kind of nauseating. I don't drink, and it was making me sick, and it really doesn't look like all that much fun, but when you're in your adolescence, you're growing up, and you're maybe off to university or uni or whatever they say over there in the UK, and you're just trying to figure out yourself. There you go. Sometimes you'll make the right decisions. Sometimes you'll drink too much. Sometimes you'll make the wrong decisions, and it proves that the first time isn't really always the best time. So, yeah, I mostly enjoyed How to Have Sex. I will say I'm glad I had the subtitles on because, unfortunately, there was quite a bit of British slang in this that I didn't particularly get, but then again, it probably translates a whole lot better over across the pond, as they say. I don't actually think they say that. I think that's just something that the U.S. citizens came up with to justify the fact that they're over here. We're over here now. We weren't even it was Owen. So anyway, as far as the tone and the party and stuff like that, some of the party scenes kind of reminded me of Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. I mean, without the horror element, at least without the horror element of this, but boy, there were some horrifying parts, and I kind of had a feeling where this was going to go, and oh, it was uncomfortable, so uncomfortable. Don't do that to people. If somebody is going to trust you with their bike, just don't fucking do that. So anyway, let's talk about the cast. So you have Tara, Mia McKenna Bruce, who I have to say does a really good job here. You have Sky, Laura Peake, who, there's a lot of really, really actually, good dialogue here. There's M, Enva Lewis, who I don't think really actually gets as much appreciation for her role as she should. I checked out some of the reviews. I'm like, they focus on the main two and didn't focus on Enva, who I thought actually was really a standout here. She was the most level-headed out of anybody here. And then you have Patty, Samuel Bottom Lee. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to be mature. And you have Badger, who did not end up acting like a rabid badger, unfortunately. Sean Thomas, like Shaun in Shaun of the Dead. That's how it's spelled, I mean. And there are also supporting characters like Fee. I'm just going to say the name. E-L or E-I-L-D or I-D-H Lone. Edel. I mean, she was good in a couple scenes that she was in. She wasn't in for that long. And you also have a character, Gemma, played by Daisy Jelly. Are we Jelly? We are not. And then there's also a character of Paige Laura Ambler, who I actually thought was pretty good, for the little bit of screen time she got. So, yeah, depending on your, wanting to watch British people party and act a fool, as the kids once said back when dinosaurs roamed the earth and I was young. Yeah, your mileage may vary on this. I enjoyed it. There were also people calling the ending ridiculous. I'll talk about that in the spoiler section, but I really enjoyed the character study of this. Also, the fact that one of the characters was a complete creep, and I was right to think that they were a complete creep because they turned out to be a complete creep. Not the actor, but the character. And the actor played them really goddamn well. Also, I have to question how all three of these girls were actually friends, because one of them really just seems like a full-on bitch. But yeah, it's quite good. It's quite good. Perfect? No, I have some issues. I feel that it's more of a short film concept stretched out to a full-length feature. But the strength of the characters, the acting is well done. And there's enough like realism about this where it does push past any of the predictability or any of the, tropes or cliches that movies like this might end up, having. Molly Manning Walker does a really good job writing, directing this, and the cast, very, very good. It's on MUBI, Moves Like Jagger. They're Moves Like Jagger. It is something worth checking out. Or you can just wait until it's on another streaming service at some point. They're offering a 7-day free trial. No, I'm not sponsored, just offering it right here for when the review goes up. Nevertheless, going to get into spoilers, which really won't take very long. That's your warning right there. So, yeah, how to have sex. 3, 2, 1, spoilers. So, yeah, when a man and a woman, or a man and a man, or a woman and a woman, or a non-binary and a non-binary love each other very much, I actually don't really know how to do the last one, they decide to just go and have the sex and have fun. And yeah, basically there's the character of Patty that takes a liking to Tara. Boy howdy. And yeah, let's just say the sex ends up turning a little bit absolutely assault-like. Don't take advantage of people, especially if they're drunk. What the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, that's pretty much what like one of the overriding things is. Also, it seems like Badger and Sky might like each other. M is gay. Nothing wrong with that. If you have an issue with the LGBTQ community or any, buddy living their life as they see fit, fuck y'all. You're fucking goddamn assholes. That's all I gotta say right there. Now, once we see how Tara's sexual encounter went, obviously she kind of goes a little bit off the deep end because she's compartmentalizing it. Is it because of how, did she ask for it? No, they never ask for it. That's just exactly how that works, and nobody should be taken advantage of like that. But she, isn't sure how to tell her friends, especially Sky. Sky's out there just having a whole lot of fun. And M is with, the character of Paige. We do get some good dialogue, and it seems like Badger actually might be a pretty good guy. I actually thought at first he might end up being the creep. He actually turned out to be the good guy, and I knew Patty was a creep, and it turned out I was 100% correct to think so. From there, we just really have them partying. That's really all it is. It's just party, party, party. Party in the U.S., well, the U.K., the old Miley Cyrus version. And, yeah, Sky's kind of peer pressuring her to, hey, just drink more. And, oh, you slept with them once, sleep with them again. Sky doesn't know how to read the goddamn room. And then they end up leaving. They end up getting on the airplane. Well, eventually they go towards the airplane. But before that, M didn't realize she should have been able to figure out that Tara had been assaulted. And she's like, I'm sorry, I should have read the room. She's like, no, it's fine, it's fine. And M feels bad. Sky doesn't know how to fucking read the room, and I will say that Sky is a great bitch of a character. And they're going to go home now that they are done with their holiday, and they're going to go with more local guys and have more sex before going off and doing whatever they do. So yeah, there are some characters that are super fucking unlikable, and again, don't take advantage of somebody like that. I don't care what gender or if you're non-binary or whatever, you don't take advantage of somebody like that, but it is definitely a PSA that sometimes things aren't all they're cracked up to be. A-. Strength of the performances. It was well filmed, well written, and it seemed like some of this shit could actually happen, which was the alarming part of it. A-. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Rickland. I'll see you soon.